Mayi eva mana adatsva. Mayi buddhim niveshaya. Nivasisyasya mayi eva. Ata urdhvam na samsaya. So, Lord Krishna is saying, just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live me in me always without a doubt. He's saying, just fix your mind upon me. That's it. That is the first injunction, right? So we will go through a sequence of activities in devotion. So first one is just fix your mind upon me, right? And let's go through the purport. So Disha, please read the purport.
Yes, Prabhuji. One who is engaged in Lord Krishna's devotional service lives in a direct relationship with the Supreme Lord. So there is no doubt that his position is transcendental from the very beginning. A devotee does not live on the material plane, he lives in Krishna. The holy name of the Lord and the Lord are not different. Therefore, when a devotee chants Hare Krishna, Krishna and his eternal potencies are dancing on the tongue of the devotee. When he offers Krishna food, Krishna directly accepts these eatables, and the devotee becomes Krishnaized by eating the remnants. One who does not engage in such service cannot understand how this is so, although this is a process recommended in the Bhagavad Gita and in other Vedic literatures.
Yeah, thank you. So devotee lives in Krishna. Devotee does not live on material plane. He lives in Krishna. Means once you start chanting, you're no longer on the material plane. Once you start offering 3 times a day to the Lord, you're no longer on the material plane. Once you use your income in service of Krishna, you are no longer in the material plane. Right? Everything that you do becomes Krishnaized. He says the devotee becomes Krishnaized by eating the remnants, just like we see polarized, various kinds of ized. Ized means something that becomes. So here you become Krishnaized by eating the remnants. So whatever, when you buy a new pair of clothes, first you have to offer it to Krishna, and then you wear that, and then you become Krishnaized. Whatever you eat, you offer to Krishna. Whatever you think, you offer it to Krishna, but then you cannot think nonsense. It has to be good stuff. So that's all it is. So we are going through a cascading waterfall of the various activities. So number one is just fix your mind upon me. Number two, ata chittam samadhatum na sakshnosi mayi stiram
Asaknoshi mahi stitam
abhyasa yogena tato
abhyasa yogena tato
mamichhaptum dhananjaya.
mami chaptum dhananjaya.
My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles, right? First is you fix your mind upon me. If you cannot do that, go to second, right? Because not everybody can fix their minds. I cannot fix my mind 24/7 on the Lord. So what do? I take the easy route, right? The second route. The second route is then follow the principles of Bhakti Yoga. So, Naga Prabhu, please read this.
Next. In this verse, two different processes of Bhakti Yoga are indicated. The first applies to one who has actually developed an attachment for Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by transcendental love. And the other is for one who has not developed an attachment for the Supreme Person by transcendental love. For the second class, there are different prescribed rules and regulations one can follow to be ultimately elevated to the stage of attachment to Krishna. Bhakti Yoga is the purification of the senses. At the present moment, in material existence, the senses are always impure, being engaged in sense gratification. But by the practice of Bhakti Yoga, these senses can be purified, and in the purified state, they come directly in contact with the Supreme Lord. In this material existence, I may be engaged in some service to some master, but I do not really lovingly serve my master. I simply serve to get some money, and the master also is not in love. He takes service from me and pays me. So there is no question of love. But for spiritual life, one must be elevated to the pure stage of love. That stage of love can be achieved by practice of devotional service performed with the present senses. This love of God is now in a dormant state in everyone's heart, and their love their love of God is manifested in different ways, but it is contaminated by material association. Now the heart has been purified of the material association, and the dormant natural love for Krishna has been revived. This is the whole process. To practice the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga, one should, under the guidance of an expert spiritual master, follow certain principle. One should rise early in the morning, take bath, enter the temple and offer prayers and chant Hare Krishna, then collect flowers to offer to the deity, cook foodstuffs to offer to the deity, take prasadam, and so on. There are various rules and regulations which one should follow, and one should constantly hear Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam from pure devotees. This practice can help anyone raise to the level of love of God, and then he is sure of his progress into the spiritual kingdom of God. This practice of Bhakti Yoga, under the rules and regulations with the directions of a spiritual master, will surely bring one to the stage of love of God.
Yeah, so a lot of important points. First is just fix your mind upon me, right? That is first injunction in the previous verse. And devotees become Krishnized by eating the remnants of bhoga offered to the Lord. So you become Krishnized and then fix your mind. But a lot of people, including me, we cannot just fix mind upon Krishna, right? It's very, very difficult. Let's be honest. It's not possible. So then Krishna gives some concession. Then he says, if you cannot do that, then you do follow the regulative principles, right? Step two. So step two, what is the step two? There are many things that he mentions here, Prabhupada. Rise early in the morning, take bath, enter the temple, offer prayers, collect flowers, prasadam, like that. So let's bulletize this so that we can easily remember that. Rise early in the morning, take bath, enter the temple, offer prayers, and chant Hare Krishna. Collect flowers to offer to the deities. Good foodstuffs. If you actually do all this right, you won't even have time to go to office, and that's the whole point. If you do proper devotion, there is no time for material activities, and then we become close to Krishna, and then we get liberated. And then, if we are not convinced, then we will not do these things. We'll say, okay, maybe I should do X, maybe I should do Y, maybe I should earn money, maybe I should buy a flat for 80 lakhs in Vrindavan, like that. All these things, thoughts will come. But if we do these things, then the path is very easy. But our brain will not allow, right? For example, I work in corporate America. So my thought is that, I should achieve something in corporate America, right? So that is the stumbling block for me to go back to God. So if you do these things, anyone can rise to the level of God. Srila Prabhupada is very clearly saying. So if you do these things, anyone can rise to the level of God. And then we should have the direction of the spiritual master. Otherwise, you'll think that I'm so great. No, spiritual master will be evaluating. And he'll say, no, you made a mistake yesterday in doing this. You are accumulating too much money. You are spending too much time with your relatives. That's not good because you'll get contaminated by their thoughts. There's so many things, right? Actually, the relatives who we love very much may actually become a stumbling block in our progress in life towards God. Maybe you will progress towards love of your relatives, but you'll miss God in the process. Okay, so number one, fixed mind. Number two, regulative principles. And if you cannot do number two, a lot of people cannot do. Let's see what Krishna advises for them. Abhyasa api asamarthosi
अभ्यास अपि असमर्थोऽसि
matkarma paramo bhavam
मत्कर्मा
कर्मा
परमो
परमो
भव
भव
matartam api karmani
मदर्थं
तत्तम
कपि
अपि
कर्माणि
कर्माणि
kurvam siddhim avapyasi.
कुर्वन्
पूर्वं
सिद्धिम्
सिद्धिम्
अवाप्यसि.
अवाप्यसि.
If you cannot practice the regulations of bhakti yoga, which means stage two, if you cannot even, most of us are like that, we cannot even do this, we are not doing whatever Krishna has mentioned in this list. So now we need to figure out a third way. Then just try to work for me. Just try to work for me, Krishna says. If you cannot do two, then do three, which is just try to work for me. Okay, Sheshdev, read the purport.
One who is not able even to practice the regulative principles of bhakti yoga under the guidance of a spiritual master can still be drawn to this perfectional stage by working for the Supreme Lord. How to do this work has already been explained in the 55th verse of the 11th chapter. One should be sympathetic to the propagation of Krishna consciousness. There are many devotees who are engaged in the propagation of Krishna consciousness and they require help. So even if one cannot directly practice the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga, he can try to help such work. Every endeavor requires land, capital, organization, and labor. Just as in business, one requires a place to stay, some capital to use, some labor, and some organization to expand. So the same is required in the service of Krishna. The only difference is that in materialism, one works for sense gratification. The same work, however, can be performed for the satisfaction of Krishna, and that is spiritual activity. If one has sufficient money, he can help in building an office or temple for propagating Krishna consciousness, or he can help with publications. There are various fields of activity, and one should be interested in such activities. If one cannot sacrifice the results of his activities, the same person can still sacrifice some percentage to propagate Krishna consciousness. This voluntary service to the cause of Krishna consciousness will help one to rise to a higher state of love for God, whereupon one becomes perfect.
Yeah. So work for me. Normally we work for ourselves, right? We get the salary, we use it 100% for ourselves. So in this case, it says we have to be sympathetic to the propagation of Krishna consciousness. Why? Because it's God consciousness. This is Krishna's, God's business, right? So what is that? If one has sufficient money, help in building an office or temple for propagating Krishna consciousness. So if you're very wealthy, you build it on your own. If you're not that wealthy, at least you give like maybe 10, 20, $30,000 for the temple, for the construction, like that. Right. When the Samamish temple was being built, I gave like $25,000. And over the years, every year I give a little bit. I should probably do more, but at least I'm doing something, right? Or he can help with publications. Publication of transcendental literature, including internet-based publication, or conduct festivals, right? We have how many festivals we do. Why do we conduct festivals? Because why does SAP America have like a big meeting in Orlando every year? Why does Microsoft have all these different conventions? So that they can meet with customers, right? Same thing. So we meet with our customers in festivals. So meet with future devotees. It's not like festivals is be all everything. This is one wing. Just like a company has demand management, supply chain management, financial management, all those divisions exist even in devotion, right? Somebody is creating demand by distributing books. Like yesterday, Mahatattva Prabhu, not Mahatattva Prabhu, Mahotsaha Prabhu, Bhakti Vikas Maharaj disciple, he sent a WhatsApp message to me. They distributed 844 books yesterday. 844 souls have books in their backpack right now. Just yesterday, their group of 8 brahmacharis, they distributed 844 books, right? I do occasionally 1 or 2 books, right? Like if you see me, I'm distributing a book to some white guy here in Seattle, right? I'm showing him the Bhagavad Gita, the famous orange book, like that. But I do very little bit. But there are people who do a lot, and we need to support them so that they can do more activities, right? So you meet with future devotees, showcase benefits of Krishna consciousness, like that, right? Our job is not to sit in a temple. If you sit in a temple, you are selfish. You have to go out and give this knowledge to others. Like even devotees, a lot of times I ask them, hey, can you come to Sankirtan? No, Prabhu, I have to make garlands, I have to do this, that. Srila Prabhupada said, if you are not preaching, shut down the temple. Our goal is to give this knowledge to others. If you are not preaching, then why are you just sitting in the temple? Shut down the temple. And I actually put this on a PowerPoint presentation, and maybe a year and a half ago, Harulas Maharaj actually presented this in the Sunday feast, where Srila Prabhupada clearly says, shut down the temple if you are not preaching, right? Our goal is to preach. We are not a rules and regulation movement. We are a preaching movement to give others help in this, right? If one cannot sacrifice results of his activities, this is for people like me, can still sacrifice some percentage. So all of us should give some percentage to propagation. Whether you give to the temple or you establish your own temple, you establish your own center, give this knowledge to everybody around you. Like what percentage of the world is Krishna conscious? 0.0000001%. There are 8 billion people on the planet. 1 million people chant Hare Krishna. What is that? That's like not even a rounding error. In finance, there is a concept of a rounding error. So if something is below a certain value, right, they say, hey, that's a rounding error. Don't even worry about it. Right? Rounding error means $78.69. So you round it off to 69 cents becomes 70 cents. Right? That is called rounding error. So today, devotees in this planet are rounding errors. We are not even noticeable on the planet. Sacrifice some portion to propagate Krishna conscious, right? Actually, this is not a separate bullet. This is a part of the same bullet. Yeah. Okay. So each one of you should decide. In my lifetime, I'll build a temple. I will distribute 1,000 Bhagavad Gitas, like that. Right now, there is a marathon going on. So you can get a box each. Each box is $100, 16 Bhagavad Gitas. The temple will buy it at wholesale price, give it to you. Then you can distribute it to all your friends, relatives, and more importantly, to your enemies. Give Bhagavad Gita to your enemy so that they can also progress towards Krishna. Not only give it to friends. If you don't like anybody, give them Bhagavad Gita. You are saving them actually. Ataitadapi asaktosi
अपि आसक्तोऽसि
kartum madyogamashritah
कर्तुं
मद्योगम
मद्योगम्
आश्रितः
आश्रितः
sarvakalma phalatyagam
सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं
सर्वकर्मफलत्यागम्
tatah kuru yatatmavan.
ततः
ततः
कुरु
कुरु
यथात्मवान्
यथात्मवान्.
If you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act giving up the results of your work and try to be self-situated. So if you cannot even work for Krishna, right, at least give some donation. That's it. That's what he's saying. Results of your work. Results of your work means your salary. Out of that, give some amount and just, hopefully you will elevate yourself to the previous level. So this is like a pretty low level. This is like standard Hinduism, where people will do all kinds of bad things in their life, and once in a while they'll go to a temple and drop off some money in the hundi, and then just like New Year Day, you will see a lot of people drop 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, 10 lakhs in Tirupati hundi, because they know that they have committed a lot of sins, cheated everybody and made money. So they are trying to wash that money, clean that money by giving a part to Krishna, like that. Okay, Gopal, read this. Gopal.
Sure, Prabhuji. It may be that one is unable even to sympathize with the activities of Krishna consciousness because of social, familial, or religious consideration, or because of some other impediments. If one attaches himself directly to the activities of Krishna consciousness, there may be objections from family members or so many other difficulties. For one who has such a problem, it is advised that he sacrifice the accumulated result of his activities to some good cause. Such procedures are described in the Vedic rules. There are many descriptions of sacrifices and special functions for the full moon day, and there is a special work in which the result of one's previous action may be applied. Thus,
One may be gradually
one may
elevated.
be gradually become elevated to the state of knowledge. It is also found that when one who is not even interested in activities of Krishna consciousness gives charity to some hospital or some other social institution, he gives up hard earned results of his activities. That is also recommended here because by the practice of giving up fruits of one activities is only sure to purify his mind gradually. And in that purified stage of mind, one becomes able to understand Krishna consciousness. Of course, Krishna consciousness is not dependent on any other experience because Krishna consciousness itself can purify one's mind. But if there are impediments according to Krishna, accepting Krishna consciousness, one may try to give up the results of his actions. In that respect, social service, community service, national service, sacrifice for one's country, etc., may be accepted so that someday one may come to the stage of pure devotional service to the Supreme Lord. In Bhagavad Gita 18.46, we find it is stated, Yata pravritir bhutanam. If one decides to sacrifice for the supreme cause, even if he does not know that the supreme cause is Krishna, he will come gradually to understand that Krishna is the supreme cause by sacrificial method.
Yeah. So this is the position of lot of devotees who come to the temple, right? Lot of times people come because of kids' birthdays, right? So, and then there's some people may say, they may build a hospital or give a donation. Nobody can build a full hospital, but they'll give to, like, Cry or some, Virginia Mason fundraiser, $20, $50, like that. It is recommended here because practice of giving up fruits is sure to purify his mind. So when you give, the mind gets purified. Hmm. But if you do Krishna consciousness, like just worshipping the Lord on a regular basis, 3 times a day, chanting, and only doing Krishna activities, like Rasavati Mataji in the temple. She doesn't do anything else outside. She doesn't have a job. She stays there. She just cooks, cleans, chants 24/7, only Krishna consciousness. That is the best position. We may think that our position is better, but that is the best position, right? So Srila Prabhupada says even these are okay. Social service, community service. These are also okay. Sacrifice for one country, right? Now joining the army or something. There are also, you're giving up something, right? You're giving up your freedom if you join the army. Obviously, you'll only have 15 days when you can come home, but remaining 350 days in a year, you are working for the army, like that, right? However, if one decides to sacrifice supreme cause, he will come to gradually understand that Krishna is the supreme cause by the sacrificial method. So, what we should do, even though we may not understand Krishna consciousness fully, we should get engaged in it and sacrifice our time, body, money. That way, you'll come to that platform, right? So, some people are already doing it. Some people are quitting jobs and doing it, right? But that's not easy, right? But so what you do is you should say, okay, life is a sacrifice. Do it for the right cause, right? One of my friend was saying, his friend apparently told him, life is a sacrifice. Do it for the good cause. So what is the good cause? The supreme cause is Krishna himself. So we do it for Krishna, and without knowing, we will go this from 4 to 3, 3 to 2, 2 to 1, right? So this is the gradual elevation process. It's very important. Chapter 12 is very important because it is teaching you the gradual elevation process. If you are fully convinced, like Mahatattva Prabhu or right now Bhakti Anand Tirtha Maharaj, he got a 4.0 in college in Croatia. He was offered a very good job. At the same time, he met devotees and he started chanting Hare Krishna. He said, no, I won't work. So he became a brahmachari and later he became a sannyas at the age of 40. That's it. He is very, very clear. And unlike us, we got into this whole family thing and this never seems to end, right? The responsibilities never end. So at some point, artificially, whatever, you have to just cut it and get out. If you don't do it, we will die like this, right? I've seen many of my relatives who die in family, like, die in their living room and bedroom like that. That's not good. Our death should be in a good place. Preferably, chanting Hare Krishna, like best place to die. One of the devotees was saying in Shravanam Kirtanam camp in Charlotte 3 years ago. He said, best place to die is in a Sankirtan. While you're singing Hare Krishna, if you drop dead, that is the best place to die, right? So we have lived a decent life. Now we have to think about how to die, right? What is the time? How will we actually die? We have to think about those things. I mean, these things will keep on going on. COVID will come, economy will go down, economy will go up. The American government will print more money, and stock market will keep on rising. Those things will keep on going. You cannot control. You cannot even stop it. You cannot help it. We are helpless. It just keeps on going. But what is in our control is these things. Fix our mind. If you cannot do that, follow regulative principles like 4 regulative principles, chanting 16 rounds, these kind of things. And then work for me. If you cannot do that, just work for me. Use the money in some case. Even if you cannot work in that consciousness, work normally and give it for some cause, right? So social service, community service, most people are here, level 4, which is pretty low actually. People think that that is pretty high, but that's actually pretty low. Okay. Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasaj. Jnanadhyanam vishishyate.
Jnanadhyanam
Jnanadhyanam
vishishyate.
vishishyate.
Dhyanat karma phalastyagas.
Dhyanat
Dhyanat
karma
karma
phalatyaga.
phalatyagas.
Tyaga chantir anantaram.
Tyaga
Tyaga
chantir
chantir
anantaram.
anantaram.
So tyagat by renunciation. Tyagam means giving up. Shanti, peace. Anantaram. Therefore, thereafter or therefore, like that. So peace can be had by renunciation. Peace cannot be had by accumulation. And I've lived in America for 26 years and I've accumulated, I've given up, I've accumulated again, like this going cycle up and down, right? So I've seen that when we give up, we are more peaceful. When we accumulate, we are less peaceful, right? So you have to experiment with yourself. Even if somebody tells you, you won't realize that. So then he says, if you cannot take to this practice, engage yourself in cultivation of knowledge. Now, jnana, right? So he's saying, if you cannot do 4, then you go to a teacher and just cultivate general knowledge. That's all it is. That is pretty low, by the way. So normally people think, yes, I'm a PhD. I have figured out how, somebody did a PhD on the mating habits of spiders in the Amazon jungle. Okay, spiders are mating. Everybody mates in this world, all 8 billion people. So what's so great about mating? So his PhD is on mating habits of spiders in the Amazon jungle. Amazon jungle is in South America, right? So what great thing he has achieved? Nothing, right? So better than knowledge is meditation. So better than knowledge is you're actually working through this chain now. Better than meditation is renunciation of fruits of action, which is number 2. No, actually number 3. By such renunciation, one can attain peace of mind. So peace of mind is above this level. It is not below this line, right? So in project management, say what is above the line, what is below the line. So this is above the line. Anything below is okay, but you're not going anywhere, which is the state for all of us, right? We have a long way to go. Initially, we think, "Arey, I'm learning Bhagavad Gita. I'm better than the average person on the street." Okay, but you have to come to the above the line, not below the line, which means technically 24/7 only engaged in God services. And there are very few people like that in the world. There are few. It's not like there's nobody, right? Okay, who wants to read? Gopal, Nagaprabhu, Sheshadev, everybody read one time. So, Jaypal.
Okay, Prabhuji. As mentioned in the previous verses, there are 2 kinds of devotional service: the way of regulative principles and the way of full attachment in love to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For those who are actually not able to follow the principles of Krishna consciousness, it is better to cultivate knowledge, because by knowledge one can be able to understand his real position. Gradually, knowledge will develop to the point of meditation. By meditation, one can be able to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead by gradual process. In the cultivation of knowledge, there are processes which make one understand that one himself is the supreme, and the sort of meditation is preferred if one is unable to engage in devotional service. If one is not able to meditate in such a way, then there are prescribed duties as enjoined in the Vedic literature for the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras, which we shall find in the later chapters of Bhagavad Gita. But in all cases, one should give up the results. One should give up the results or fruits of labor. This means to employ the results of karma for some good cause. In
Yes.
summary,
Okay, one minute. I'm trying to add some things here. So cultivation of knowledge. Why? Because by cultivating knowledge, they can understand their real position. Like I'm not the body, I'm the soul. And there are processes by which one understands himself to supreme. These are called ahang grahopasakas. Means they think that they themselves are God. At least that is better than being atheist, right? Although it's not recommended. And then there are prescribed duties like Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. So this is what's known as Varnashrama. Means there has to be natural division of society, and people should follow these different Varnas so that they can, because not like in modern world they say everybody is equal, but you are not equal, right? Some people are smarter, some people are smarter in arts, some people are smarter in science. So how can everybody be equal? So same thing, right? So therefore, some people are smart in scriptures, they are Brahmanas. Some people are smart in fighting, and defending the country, Kshatriyas. Some people are smart in agriculture and business. Some people are smart in manual work, right? Most of us are manual workers, by the way. We don't fall into any of these three categories. So we are all Shudras. Kalau, Shudra, Sambhavaha. Means Kali Yuga, almost everybody is a Shudra, like that. So, but in all cases, one should give up the fruits of the labor. Means when you are doing labor, you are getting results. And if you are attached to that results, if we are attached to that results, then it is a cause for entanglement, binding, right? So in all situations, one should be renounced from the fruits of labor, which means you should not think of that money as yours. You have to think of that money as Krishna's money, right? So one day I spent something, I think on a toll or something like that. So Navigandra Swami said, "Why are you wasting Krishna's money?" Then I thought, I'm giving money from my pocket. Why is Maharaj saying like this? But that is correct. It is Krishna's money. So you should not waste Krishna's money. You should, even if you're saving that $3 or $4 on toll, you can use it for something else. Maybe buy a nice couple of mangoes for Krishna and then offer it to him like that. So we can go through trouble, but we should always offer Krishna the good things. So that should be the general motto. And some people understand this actually. Even without reading Bhagavad Gita, also some people understand it, but vast majority will not understand it. Okay, continue, Jayapal.
In summary, to reach the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the highest goal, there are two processes. One process is by gradual development, the other process is direct devotional service in Krishna consciousness. The devotional service in Krishna consciousness is the direct method, and the other method involves renouncing the fruits of one's activities, etc. Then one can come to the stage of knowledge, then to the stage of meditation, then to the stage of understanding the super soul, and then to the stage of Supreme Personality of Godhead. One may take either the step-by-step process or the direct path. The direct process is not possible for everyone. Therefore, indirect process is also good. It is, however, it is understood to be understood that the indirect process is not recommended for Arjuna because he's already at the stage of loving devotional service to the Supreme Lord. It is for others who are not at this stage. For them, gradual process of renunciation, knowledge, meditation, and realization of super soul and Brahman should be followed. But as far as Bhagavad Gita is concerned, it is the direct method that is stressed. Everyone is advised to take to the direct method and surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna.
Excellent points. So if we do this right, there are many things Prabhupada discussed here. Devotional service is the direct method. Okay. So why go indirect way? That's the point. When the direct method is there, if you to go to, Redmond from our temple, you take East Lake Sammamish Parkway and then go there. Instead of that, if you go to Issaquah, go to Seattle, go to Alki Beach, from there go to Bothell, and then come down 405, and then you go to Kirkland, and from Kirkland to Redmond, and reach Redmond. That is the indirect method, very long way, right? So when there is a direct method, why do you want to go to indirect method? So the sequence is what he described as renouncing the fruit of one activity. Okay, somebody had to go on mute. Good. Then one comes to the stage of knowledge, right? Then one comes to stage of meditation, understanding the super soul, to stage of Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? So this is the indirect path. Very, very slow boat, right? Very, very slow boat. And he also summarizes there again, it is for others. For Arjuna, direct method is recommended by Krishna. For others who are not at this stage, gradual process of renunciation, knowledge, meditation, realization, right? This is a very nice acronym. We should remember this acronym. So what is this acronym saying? There are 4 stages. RKMR. Renunciation followed by knowledge, right? Followed by meditation, and followed by realization. Realization of the Supreme Lord. So this is the direct method. And then Srila Prabhupada continues or confirms in the end, as far as Bhagavad Gita is concerned, which we are reading right now, direct method is stressed, right? Indirect method is not stressed. Even for us who are not really pure devotees, direct method is stressed, not through this indirect method. So this is indirect method. So when you can take an elevator, why do you want to take the stairs? Empire State Building, 100 floors, right? So take the direct method. Direct method is bhakti and whatever we saw in the previous things, right? Rise early in the morning, take bath, enter the temple, collect flowers, cook foodstuffs, constantly hear Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam under direction of a spiritual master, which means all of you should get initiated, get a spiritual master every day, not once a week. Read Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Everything that you eat should be prasadam, means 3 times a day you should offer everything to nice fresh stuff to God, and then you should honor it, which means your material activities will be cut down. It's not easy, right? Normally what materialists do, they go over to a movie, stop at a restaurant or a fast food place and eat. Now because you have to feed Krishna, you cannot go to a movie. You say, nay, 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 I have to go, no, cook for my Gopal, right? Some devotees say like that. You ask them to do something, come for some social function, they say, no, 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 I have to go cook for my Gopal, like that. So rarely you will find them doing anything else other than Krishna activities. When you wake up, Hare Mangalarti. After that, oh, you have to dress the deity. Oh, after that, I have to put flowers. Oh, after that, I have to cook for the Lord. It is already 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, I have to offer. And then after that, I have to put my Lord to sleep. Then I have to wake up my Lord at 4 o'clock and sing for him. If you do that right, you will not have time to do anything else. And that should be our eventual target. If you keep on working till the last day of your life, like I used to work for a company called Accenture. The CEO of Accenture, his stock was worth like $400 million. He retired and within 3 weeks he died. All $400 million was left in the bank. 3 weeks after his retirement, he died. And while I was an employee of Accenture. So poor fellow, he never used any of his $400 million. What's the point? You work till the last day of your life, right? So that is, you can work, but that is below the line. So this is unable to work in consciousness of me, but this is still karma work, right? At an office or business. This is just some knowledge, right? So we have to come above the line. So direct method is prescribed, even for us, even for a donkey like me, direct method is better. Because if I do this indirect method of, renunciation, first of all, I don't feel like renunciation, right? I like my computer, I like my car, I like my this, I like my that. Then knowledge, who knows how long it will take to get knowledge. Meditation, am I really qualified to do meditation? So better go to directly realization of super soul and Brahman. That's it, done. Super soul means Paramatma, Brahman means Brahman, the light of the Lord, and then finally Bhagavan. So directly go to even Bhagavan, right? Now why even go through Brahman to Paramatma to Bhagavan? Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti Sabdyate, Srimad Bhagavatam says. So directly go to Bhagavan. And what does Bhagavan want? Just do that directly. Take an high-speed elevator. Not even high-speed elevator, just skip. Do some kind of transfer like Star Trek or Star Wars. Just from the ground floor, you disappear here, you appear there at the top. That's the fast way. And that's what is recommended by Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, who has this time to do all these other things? Adveshta sarva bhutanam
Adveshta sarva bhutanam
maitraha karunevacha
Maitrana Karuna Evacha
Nirmamo Nirankaraha
Nirmamo Nirkahankaraha
Samadukka Sukakshami
Samadukha Sukhashami
Santushtaha Satatam Yogi
Santushtaha Satatam Yogi
Yatatma Drida Nishchayaha
Yatatma Drida Nishchayaha
Mayyarpitamano Buddhir
Mayi Arpita Manobuddhir
Yadmad Bhaktaha Same Priyaha.
Yatmat Bhakta Samme Priyaha.
One who is not envious but kind friend to all living entities, friends, enemies, everybody, you're kind. Who does not think himself a proprietor and is free of false ego. Who is equal in both happiness and distress. Who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, engaged in devotional service with determination, Dridhavrata. His mind and intelligence are fixed on me, Mano and Buddhi. Such a devotee is very dear to me. So this is the secret. Krishna is giving the secret. After giving all the jnana, he's saying in 13 and 14, who is dear to Krishna? So let's see. Let's see if you'll pass the test. Right? Let's see if you'll pass the test. Right? So let's create a table. And we'll put this information here. So such a devotee is very dear to me, Krishna is saying. So who is dear to Krishna? Let's learn from him. Friend to all living entities. Right? Friend to all living entities. Second is who does not, oh, I did some mistake there anyway. Who does not think he is a proprietor. Proprietor means owner of a factory, owner of some material, like that. Does not think himself a proprietor. Second point. And let's see if he'll pass the test or not. Free from false ego. As they say, proof of the pudding is in the eating. So we have to evaluate ourselves, whether we are really there or not. Equal in happiness and distress, right? So let's do that. Equal in happiness and distress. Free from false ego, who is tolerant and always satisfied. So difficult to deal with this table. Right? Self-controlled. We'll see if each one of us will pass this test. Engaged in devotional service with determination. Dridhavrata. Mind and intelligence fixed on me. Okay, so who wants to go first? Volunteering. Do a self-assessment. Any brave souls? Okay, I will go first. Who is not envious but kind friend to all living entities? Am I that? No, I still have thoughts of somebody is closer to me, somebody is not closer to me. So fail. Who does not think he is a proprietor? So do I have that quality? I have 3 cars. I have 4-bedroom home. And I think that all belongs to me. So fail. Free from false ego, fail. Equal both in happiness and distress. So one day I'm very happy, one day I'm distressed, fail. Tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, fail. Engage in devotional service with determination. I engage, but not with determination, so fail. Mind and intelligence fixed on me, fail. Okay, who wants to go next? Gopala Bala. Tell me if you are passing in any one of this.
We don't have to go, Prabhuji. Everyone will fail.
No, Prabhuji.
Why? I hope that you are better than me. Huh?
All these are high standards, Prabhuji.
What do you mean high standards? Krishna is openly saying you have to do this if you want to be dear to me. Then this means nobody is dear to him, even amongst devotees.
Means we need to reach to that level, Prabhuji. Not at
But when are we going to
standard.
reach? On the day of death? Yeah. So, which means we are not dear to Krishna right now. Although we are reading Bhagavad Gita, we are chanting Hare Krishna, we have not come to a single point where we are passing. So, what are we going to do about it? So, Sheshdev, any place where you are passing?
Definitely not, Prabhuji.
Why? Disha, Radha,
I have a long way to go, fail in all the fields.
okay, who else is there on the line?
Yeah, I'm here, Prabhuji, but I can't do any of this yet.
Okay. Nag Prabhu,
Prabhu, maybe we can put some percentage, Prabhu.
yeah, you're a practical man. Instead of calling fail, percentage. Okay, say percentage. What percentage do you think you are not envious?
Probably 50-50, I would say.
50%. Okay. Uh,
I'm not envy, but sometimes rarely I get envy about others. So yeah,
okay.
who
And
does
then,
not think himself as a proprietor? I probably zero.
okay.
I always think that whatever I have is mine. Free from false ego. False ego. I don't know what to put there.
Yeah, false ego means thinking that, you are independent of God. That's what we do, right? We all have false ego. Otherwise, the definition of false ego is that we are in the material world. Otherwise, we would not be here.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't think that I am here by myself. So probably I'll give some better percentage. Maybe sometimes I forget. So probably 80 percentage, I would say.
Okay. And happiness and distress equal.
Oh no, definitely not. Probably 10. I'll try to control, but 10 percentage. Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Who is tolerant? Always satisfied, self-controlled. Satisfied and self-control. Probably 50-50. Yeah, 50 percentage.
Okay.
I can say. Engage in devotional service with the determination. The word determination rules it out. Probably we can say 30 percentage yes, 70 percentage no.
Okay. So 30%.
His his mind and intelligent fixed on me. Of course, our mind is fixed with Krishna, but not totally. Probably in a day, probably we spent 30 minutes maximum to thinking about Krishna.
Okay.
So it's very less, probably 1
5%.
percentage of the time, maybe 5%.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that is a good way to say, right? Because instead of saying fail, we'll say percentage wise. Okay. Now, if anybody wants to go percentage wise? Sheshdev.
I can tell you like timings when I'm there, Prabhuji. For example, engaged in devotional service with determination, probably Saturday, Sunday, 2 hours, something like that.
So give a
That's
percentage.
scheduled. Probably 10%.
Okay.
Tolerant, always satisfied. No, that is zero. Always something or the other.
Okay.
Happiness in both this is 5% probably.
Okay.
Free from false ego. Yeah, that zero Prabhuji.
Okay.
Who does not think himself as the proprietor? No, zero.
Really?
Yeah, it's always something or the
I mean,
other.
you have been in this Krishna conscious movement for a while, right? So you should not. I mean, you're already, giving big donations to farm communities and temples, and so really zero, only zero.
Yeah, I mean, you still have, okay, I mean, this is
Maybe ten
mine or
percent.
things like that.
Okay, 10%.
Maybe.
Okay. Who is not envious, but a kind friend.
30%. This, I mean, this I make conscious effort to be
Okay.
friendly with everybody.
Yeah. Mind intelligence fixed on Krishna.
This I would say probably 40%.
Okay. Very good. Jaypal.
Yes,
Because we
Prabhuji.
need to evaluate ourselves, right? Otherwise, we'll all think that we are pure devotees, and tomorrow a plane from Goloka Vrindavan is coming to pick us up. We have to be, realistic where we are, and we have to be self-critical also. Yeah.
Yeah, first one maybe 30%, Prabhuji.
Okay. Hmm.
Maybe 5%, second one.
Okay.
0.
Okay.
Equal in both happiness and distress. Maybe 10%.
Okay.
Tolerant and always satisfied self-control, I would say 40%. Devotional service with determination, I don't know how many hours it would translate to percentage. Maybe 5 to 10%, probably.
Okay.
And fixed his mind on me, so maybe 5%, probably.
Okay. This one I would actually say 10% because you are fairly determined. Not all the time, but when you're doing it, you're fairly determined.
Yeah, I don't know how many hours I do in a day, so that's why
Okay,
that
Nisha.
5%.
Yes, Prabhu. Prabhu, I am going to be true to myself and taking baby steps. I will be 5% across the board, but I need to do more. So
Okay. Okay. That's
a
fair
lot
enough.
more.
Yeah. You are younger in devotion compared to rest of the people on the call. You are started coming only fairly recently. Gopal.
20%, Prabhuji. 10%.
Mm-hmm.
0, Prabhuji.
Why zero? Okay. Next.
10%, Prabhuji. 50% about 10%, Prabhuji.
Mm-hmm.
5%.
5%? Only 5%? You have been coming to temple for like 10, 11, 12 years at least. Okay, that's fine. Radha.
Yes, Prabhuji Haribol. So the first one, when you are, it's different for the human beings and the animals, Prabhuji. It says all living entities, including, right? So there are certain, it's not the same. So how living entities mean you are saying everything
Yeah,
in the in
just
the
give an average.
okay. Okay. Um
Yeah, you don't have to think so much. You already know the answer.
yes, obviously, yeah. I would say 30%. I would say 30-40%. I would say.
Hmm.
There's always the jealous factor comes. Then I have to remind myself, no, this is their past karma. Who does not think of himself proprietor? I would say 25%. I always remind myself, try myself, this is not me, this is not me.
Okay.
And free from false ego, it's always there. What do you consider as a doing service to our like our duties? Is it a false ego? When we are
False ego
doing
means anything
like a
away from Krishna is
mother,
false ego. Anything away from Krishna is false ego.
oh, then it's zero, because many times.
No, it is not zero. You're already doing something.
Yeah. Okay, 10% then.
Okay.
I would say this is 50-60%. I consider when I say distress, I know this is because of me I am getting distress. Yes. Who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-control? There's maybe 40%, I would say. But it changed, Prabhuji, the self-control, the time like 10 years before or like 20 years before, and now it's changing. I would say yes. Whatever service I do, I am very happy to do. So I'm fully happy to do. What is that? What it mean?
No, means are you determined? Like no matter what, you'll do your service. Quickly. We are running out of time.
Okay, sorry. I would say, yeah, 40%. Yes, in that way. Oh, this is very less, Prabhuji. Maybe 10% or 5%. Krishna. All the thoughts come through.
Let me do my self-evaluation. Envious, kind and friend living entity. Maybe I'll put myself at 10. Think he is not himself the proprietor. Maybe 10%. Free from false ego. Maybe 5%. Both in happiness and distress. Maybe 10%. Tolerant, self-controlled. Maybe 10%. Engaged with determination. Maybe 20%. Mind fixed on Krishna, maybe 10%. So that is my rating. So think about it. These ratings should change. You should improve. None of us is today qualified to go back to Krishna. Right? It's very clear. I mean, I didn't force you to put a number. You gave your own numbers. None of us is qualified today to go back. But then we should not beat ourselves and become morose and gloomy and crying. But we have to work on improving ourselves. Right? We should work on improving ourselves. So I gave this high rating to me because I'm engaged with determination. But I have all these bad qualities. Self-control is, lacking. For example, I get dejected easily, in distress, right? Freedom from false ego. I have not lost my false ego. It's still there. Very strong ahankar is there in me, right? That's why you see that although I'm engaged with determination to a certain extent, I have a long way to go in each one of these categories because I have to work. There was a book written by one Prabhupada disciple called Mana Shiksha. She says, I have to train my mind. She wrote a something like 250-page book on how to train your own mind. Beautiful book. So that's what it is. We have to work. We have to train our mind to, get rid of false ego, not think as proprietor, be an equal friend to every living entity, man or bug or animal or anything like that. For example, if you use Dove soap, right, from Costco, or if you use any of the soaps that are available in Walmart or Costco, they all have animal fat in them. So if you are equal to all living entities, you will not even use soap. You will make your own soap with coconut oil, right? You can make your own soap, by the way. The recipes are there available online. But I don't do that. I use shop soap, which means I'm not really kind to all living entities. Animals are killed, their fat is used to make soap. Like I went to this place, Nandagram in Gujarat, where devotees are living. They don't use soap. They don't even use toothpaste because it's made by a factory. So they use the neem twigs and various other things. So they are much more advanced than me. That's how I look at that. Who does not think himself to be a proprietor? So one of the golden standard there. So maybe we should have a column for the golden standard. You know what a gold standard is? From which everything else is measured, right? That's called a golden standard. So we'll add a column for golden standard. And this is the golden standard according to me. It could vary by individuals and the amount of experience they have in life. But that's my golden standard based on my limited exposure to the world. So if you add a column to the right and I say golden standard. And if you have some examples, you can also bring it up to me, up to this forum. So golden standard. All right. Not using soap or toothpaste even, since animal products in them. All right. Does not think. There is one Prabhupada disciple. He has a company called Tulsi Exports or Imports, whatever. He imports from India various things and then he sells here in America. He gives 50% of the income to temples. Are we there? No, we are not there. Right? Consistently, since the last 25, 30 years, he has been, whatever he gets income, 50% he gives to temples. Like, for example, Las Vegas temple. I asked him, hey, how are you constructing the temple? They mentioned this Prabhu's name. Mayapur temple. Hey, how are you constructing the temple? They mentioned this Prabhu's name. Right? Wherever he goes, he donates. That's it. No questions asked. He wants to propagate Krishna consciousness. That is the gold standard. Free from false ego. Yeah, there are some very great examples like Jayananda Prabhu. Like he donated to LA temple but did not take medicine for his own disease. He used to give everything away. He was a taxi driver for himself, right? Then sick. He used to drive a taxi driver. He used to drive a taxi and he used to give everything away to the propagation of Krishna consciousness. That's why Prabhupada said, for every Rath Yatra that happens between now and end of time, Jayananda Prabhu's picture should be put on that Rath Yatra. So every Rath Yatra, they put that Prabhu's picture because he said everything for Krishna. That's it. No questions asked. Then equal to both happiness and distress. Very tough, very difficult to find anybody like that. People will get distressed, so I don't know. Tolerant, always self-satisfied, self-controlled. There are people like that, right? Like Bhakti Charu Maharaj, who passed away recently due to corona. I've never seen him being upset by anything. Right? Always same tone. And he would say, what can we do if people are not tolerant? Right? He would always be tolerant. Engage with devotional service and determination. Many examples, like Harulas Maharaj, no matter what, he will just keep on plugging. Even if everything is failing, right? He will keep on doing that. My Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Vikas Swami, even though he had this, spinal problem, he would sleep on the bed and give classes, right? Classes from bed. But he never stopped preaching. So one of his disciples, he bought a camera that can be mounted on top of the bed. So from the top of the bed, he would show his face, and from side of the bed, he would show his face like that. Right? So it's like that. There are people like that. Determination. Prabhupada himself. How can we forget Prabhupada? Right? If you read Prabhupada Lilamrita, that is there on the vedabase.com, when you have time, you should go and read it. How much struggle. He was kicked out by his roommate at middle of the night, and he had nowhere else to go. Right? So he still persisted in preaching. So there is Prabhupada Lilamrita on this site. What is this? He went to some other site. Veda base, not Veda ace. Veda base. This is Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita. It gives his story, how he struggled to establish Krishna consciousness. Didn't have money, didn't have a place to stay. He sat under a tree and chanted Hare Krishna, attracted the hippies. Hippies allowed him to stay with them. And then one of the person kicked him out in the middle of the night because he took drugs or whatever. No matter what, he said, I will establish International Society of Krishna Consciousness. That's it. No matter what. And he did it. He proved it that it's not because of money that you run a show or facilities. It is because of determination. So determination to establish Krishna consciousness. So mind, intelligence fixed on me. Best example is Prabhupada again. 24/7. And then all the sannyasis and preachers, right? I was surprised when Mahotsaha Prabhu, he's saying how many books he's distributing per day, right? Preachers, for example, Mahotsaha Prabhu. Let me show you. He went to New York Stern School of Business, full scholarship from Hyderabad, India. He got full scholarship. Brilliant guy, 4.0, superlative knowledge guy. So when he was in New York, he met with my Guru Maharaj. He said, okay, I'll become a brahmachari. He quit his finance job. From Stern School of Business, if you have a degree, you'll at least get 150 to 250K salary in Wall Street. He said, no, I don't need it. Right? So let me see, where is that? Because Sangha, is it in Sangha? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Scores from yesterday are 596 medium small, 358 maha big, 179 bhakta stacks. Total of 954 books distributed in one day, 8 brahmacharis put together. Right? 8, not 1, 8. 8 brahmacharis put together, distributing close to 1,000 books a day. What are you going to say about that? right? Let's see when any other scores that came after that. $9.58 the previous day, 9.58, right? So there are people distributing. Isn't it amazing? 958 books in a day, that group of people, 8 brahmacharis. So they go out on streets. These are not like Time magazine or Playboy magazine, right? These are very, very difficult books to distribute because this is um, on a spiritual topic, right? Most people don't understand these topics like that, right? And there are so many. I mean, I'm not talking about this is the only one. If you go to NASLT, there are so many people who are distributing books. Where is NASLT? Yeah, right. They sometimes put nice pictures. There's a Live to Give program by Vaisheshika Maharaj for Africa, right? So we see many beautiful stories of how became devotees. Like there was one story with a African American person who took Srimad Bhagavatam. He said, "My people are all confused. This is the best knowledge. We should give them." Like that, right? So somebody's asking for this book. Is it possible to get this book somehow? The Art of Transcendence. Maybe there is a PDF online somewhere, right? So people are coming up with so many different things. Srimad Bhagavatam donation there, I mean distribution there, so many things, right? So there are people who do their mind and intelligence fixed on Krishna. Otherwise, you cannot do it. There's so much attraction, especially when you're distributing books in New York. Everybody's wearing nice $1,000 coats, looking beautiful, walking on the streets. And it is very difficult to do that determination when everybody else is having so much nice time around you. So it is not easy, but people are doing it. So there is a gold standard, and we need to work our way up there. We are not there, doesn't mean that we won't get there. We need to get there at some point in our devotional career, right? We cannot complain that it's not possible. You have to do it. So from here to here. Anyway, this graphic art is not working out very well, but we are here. We need to get here. So any questions, thoughts? There's a lot Krishna expects from us. Somebody say something. So we have to go above the line, right? We are all here. We are right now like some knowledge, right? We are in office doing some karma work. We may be a little bit sympathetic, giving some donations like that. But we have to go higher. We have to go higher. That's why Srila Prabhupada wrote this book called Higher Taste. It's not just like higher taste is just rasgullas. Rasgullas are also higher taste. But this is the real higher taste, right? From this point on is the higher taste, from this line onwards, right? So we need to acquire that higher taste. And if you don't do it, Krishna doesn't care. He has enough people in the various millions of planets. So he doesn't care so much about you if you don't do it. If you do it, he will be very happy. But if you don't do it, he'll say, okay, this fellow is not ready for me. That's okay. Right? But we should come to this point. Just fix your mind upon me. Right? Like if you see some of the Prabhupada's disciples, every time they'll say Krishna's mercy. Yeah, Krishna wanted this. Maybe Krishna didn't want this. Every sentence there is Krishna in their language. So we can also learn that. It's not so difficult, right? So we have to just fix our mind on Krishna. So any thoughts on how we can do that? How can you fix on Krishna?
Hare Hare.
Huh?
Chanting more.
Chanting, yeah, but you're not chanting 24 hours, right? So chanting while you're chanting, maybe. But when you stop chanting, what will happen? Again, your other nasty thoughts will come back. Nasty doesn't mean bad thoughts. Nasty means anything that's not connected to Krishna, right? If you're thinking about Amitabh Bachchan instead of thinking of Krishna, technically that's a nasty thought. If you're thinking about your favorite movie star or political star or anything, that is a nasty thought from this perspective. Because we have to fix our mind. Mana Shiksha, remember 250-page book just on one topic, how to train your mind. Fix your mind.
Could it be a mind training to train your mind to think about God?
But what is that mind training? What is that mind training?
To think about God before every activity, right?
No. Not just think about God, right? Train means you have to force it. So 90% of progress comes from chanting. Okay. 10% actually, but however, 90% of devotional activities will force you to chant. They are tied together. You get the point? If you don't do devotional activities, like, worshipping Tulsi, fasting on Ekadasi, going to temple, giving up this money thing, right? This is where we are. We are here. Our money is honey, they say. So we are stuck in this place where our money is honey. So this will prevent us from doing this 90% of devotional activities. I'm speaking from my own personal experience, right? I've been doing this for 18 years now. So I know exactly how, other people struggle with this. Because I also struggled through this and I'm still struggling with this. So when you do devotional activities, it will force you to chant. And when you chant, then you'll perform more devotional activity. So one thing is supporting the other. This 90%, I recently read where Prabhupada said in one of the purports, he said 90% of the progress comes from chanting alone. Chanting means not 16 rounds. Technically, it was 64 rounds before. And because in America, people don't have much time, Prabhupada gave a discount to 16 rounds. So if you do 64 rounds, means it will take 10 hours every day, not 10 hours, 8 hours. Which means you have to cut down on something, right? Your career will take a backstage. It will take a backstage. So what people do, initially they come, right? After a while, they give up. They'll compromise. But if you compromise, then it's not Krishna's problem, it is our problem. So when you compromise, then you'll say, okay, I will train my kids in this, or I will just, do some lightweight devotional activities like that. Right? We have all compromised in our Krishna consciousness. So you have to think about it. Otherwise, the standards are pretty high, as we have just determined. And I didn't give these numbers. You yourself gave these numbers. So we have a long way to go. And you have to do it, right? Because if anything is worth it, then it's better we do it, right? If we felt that bachelor's degree is very important. That's why we worked very hard and got a bachelor's degree. Same thing, this is important. So you have to work very hard to get it. You should intuitively, the meaning of intuitively? Means nobody has to tell you. You should know it from inside that this is important. And then you work on it. And where you help along the way, right? You teach other people a little bit, but ultimately it is about you, right? It is a self-improvement program. Any other thoughts? So there's a lot we have to work on. Okay, let's chant now. Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Sri Advaita Gadadhara,
Shri Advaita Gadadhara,
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda,
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. So any closing thoughts? Okay, if there are none, any closing thoughts? Okay, if not, we'll see you next week. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.